What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gersh1.
And today we're back, ready, sitting down, here, talking to you, black on black.
Because this is
For
the greater. I had something stuck in my throat. I couldn't walk.
He just didn't want to do it with me. This was all pre-planned. It wasn't.
It wasn't. This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. That is what Just Kano did. He asks, are Space Marines sterilized or even castrated when they become an Astarte? Or is that where the Marines spit their acid? No, Space Marines spit their acid through their mouths, not their heads. Yet.
Unless they go to Slanesh.
Right. And yeah, I guess they're not castrated. I don't think I've ever seen in the lore where like they actually cut that off. But it's like one of those situations where like if you're taking steroids, your balls are gonna get little because you don't need them. Like your body's just like, okay, these guys can just be shut off. There's not enough pee there, so we're not gonna store any pee in those balls.
Right.
So it's the same thing with Space Marines, where like you have other glands or gene seed organs. You
That do the job for you.
yeah, for the balls.
Right. It's like, here's a second heart.
Now, if you're talking about the penis thing, that if you don't use it, you lose it. We all learned about that in high school. You know.
So what does that mean, like, from babies to, like, when you're using it? Why didn't we lose it then?
Because of puberty. That's the key to becoming a Space Marine. Puberty.
That's right, because you can't become a Space Marine until you've hit puberty.
Or right before you've hit puberty. It's the puberty process, because it's like from 11 to
that's right,
17 that a Space Marine is built and created.
That's why Luther came out a little bit chaotic.
A little bit, yeah. And yeah.
Yeah.
But there's something else.
The castration.
Oh, no. Okay, so another important thing to remember when we get asked this question, because this question comes up a lot, is that the reason that the Emperor didn't want the Space Marines fucking is because like their mind should only be on war. They are the perfect angels of death, and that's all they should care about. There should be no type of relationship with anything else. Because you got to think about it. They were meant for the Great Crusade. The Great Crusade did not have time to sit down and father children.
Not even time to pee. It's like it's war all the time.
Exactly. They sweat their urine out.
And poop.
Yep.
That's why when they wipe their brow, there's like a brown stain. It's like, bro, you got to chew your corn better.
Exactly.
Yeah, a little bit right here.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. But yeah. And then so, what was I saying?
There's no time for relationships or family or anything like that.
Yeah, and it wasn't until like later on with like the realm of Ultramar, and then like certain Space Marine or certain Primarchs like Gilliman made it a very like diplomacy became very, very important. And I mean, part of diplomacy is, sex. But Space Marines can't do that.
Right, because it'd be like, well, you don't need to unite like houses or families together through like marriage and stuff like that. Consummate your marriage, like kings in England, the War of the Roses and all that. To them, it's literally just war.
Right.
Like, oh, you won't join us? All right, we'll just crush you.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Next question.
This one's by Tim Balco. What are digital weapons?
Check out our 40 facts on the Jakaro Weaponsmith.
Yeah.
It goes into detail. Basically, just think of them as like the Green Lantern's ring.
That's always what comes to mind. An orangutan and the Green Lantern ring.
With a limit of like, I think 5 different types of guns. Right? It's like a flamer, a heavy bolter.
Melta-gun, a las cannon, I believe.
Really? Yeah.
Or a las gun.
So, yeah, kind of like that.
It's really like overpowered.
But it's
cool.
It's on a monkey, so.
A really smart monkey that can make it out of like gum and a toothpick.
Yeah, but he can't even talk.
Because all his time, he doesn't need a brain to process. It's like Space Marines and balls. They don't need them.
That's true, I guess.
It's like, why have a brain? Why speak when you can create digital weapons?
That's true. Did you guys know that the Vespids, which is a Tau auxiliary, were so intelligent when they were first encountered by the Tau? Like, the way that they would communicate with each other was was way more sophisticated than what the Tau were used to. And what are the devices that they put on there?
Oh, the communication helms.
Yeah, those things are actually just like dumbing down their sophisticated
And they communicate
skills.
through like frequencies, don't they?
Yeah.
Vibrations and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like bees. Oh no, bees communicate by
Walking.
breakdancing.
Yeah. It's like vibes.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine like walking into a room and just like feeling each other vibes? Like, you don't even have to speak, it's all just vibrations.
That's cool.
It sounds like a TikTok. Next question.
Sounds like a bee movie. Ah, that's why the bee movie, like the lady was with the bee, because of the vibes.
Yeah, the vibes were there.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
This one's by Just Kaino. Do ships that use warp to travel have technology to open portals and enter the webway or the warp? If so, does that mean that the warp is actually somewhere or something else?
Wait, say that again?
So he's saying, do ships, when they go into the warp, do they actually open a portal into the that material plane?
Oh, okay. No, so there's portals
Yeah.
that are already existing.
Yeah, they don't physically have to like open it. They have to travel there and then enter it.
And there's routes that like where the exit and entrance is, and that is why a lot of these like fortress planets that the Imperium has, like Cadia, Vigilus, Armageddon, those are all really important because of the fact that there's a warp gate portal there.
Mm-hmm. So in a way, yes, you are right. They kind of are like physical planes, slits. It's confusing because it's the warp. It's like physical, but it's not.
Right.
Kind of like vibes.
Exactly like vibes. Speaking about vibes, Jonas Sigler-Reithmer asks, should GW hire Bridget B for the model of a lost female Primarch? Yeah. I pulled up the 2020 top porn stars from Pornhub. Bridget B wasn't on there.
Damn.
Come on, guys. I thought we were better than that. I thought we could push it to at least top 10.
Who was number one?
It was there's that one chick that our friend talks about. She's like thin.
Riley Reid?
I think so. Yeah.
I didn't even know she was still doing that stuff.
But yeah.
The more you know.
Abella Danger was also on there. Isn't it funny how we know these people? But yeah.
Arcadius Bizcup. Who would win in single combat? Lilith Hesperax or Lucius the Eternal? Cheers from Poland.
Lucius. I'm going to put my money on Lucius.
Yeah, because even if he gets bested, Lilith will become Lucius.
Yeah.
For he is eternal.
And thanks for the shout out from Poland. I went to Poland as the first time I ever had an anxiety attack in Poland. It's crazy. That vodka is no joke.
It's the vibes, right?
Yeah, the $2 vodka vibes. Next question.
This one is by Dan D16. If a blank somehow found its way outside of a Geller field during warp travel, what would happen?
If who?
A blank.
Oh, you'd probably die because you're still in. Like, just because you nullify the warp doesn't mean a demon can't stab you. You know? Yeah. So yeah, you'll die.
Mm-hmm. Just because you wear, it's like saying, "Oh, I've got like a firefighter outfit on. I could walk through a fire and be fine." No.
No, you're still gonna get burned.
Yeah. Or the smoke will get you.
Right. This next question comes from Joseph McFadden. Couldn't he go look back in Horus Heresy or Inquisition novels? Who? You have no context at all for this question. I'm trying. What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
What is
Now
it?
I remember.
All right, speak your truth.
Blind characters.
Oh,
We were talking about
that's
blind
right.
characters, and then you said, couldn't you go back to the Horus Heresy or Inquisition novel? Yes. As a matter of fact, so this is actually a good question. So, cool. In the book Eisenhorn,
Spoiler alert.
actually, that's a really important part. So I'm not going to talk about that one, but I will talk about in the book The Beast Arises.
Spoiler alert.
No, this is in the first couple chapters. There is a certain navigator from the Navigator House who's part of the High Lords of Terra. He's named character. They describe what he looks like. So you could use him. So you could use that, or you could also go into the Dark Heresy books. The Dark Heresy books also have a blind character. Another one that's really big in... What edition is that? I don't think it says it. There's the last Dark Heresy core rulebook had a story structure, and at the end, spoiler alert, the main villain that you're trying to fight is blind because he actually gouged his own eyes out, and he's holding on to an artifact, which is a xenotech artifact. It's really just a corruptive orb. So you could also cosplay as that guy. He has a name and everything, and he's in the book. So Dark Heresy, check that out. That's it. Next question.
This one is by... Oh, we already did that one. Roland Hampshire. Has anybody from Krieg ever become a space marine? The reason why is because these are two different, factions within the same wider Imperium. You're not going to see a regular, whether it be like, not Custodian, but like Skitarii or Astra Militarum or any Inquisitor become a Space Marine because they're meant to stay in their lane, in their role. And if you have a really strong like Imperial Guardsman who has promoted through the ranks, who has like bested like a captain of an enemy unit or something like that, they're going to want to keep him in the Astra Militarum forces because they're going to look at him as a hero. They're going to be like, hey, look what one of you guys could do. And it's like to boost morale and to continue strengthening the Astra Militarum. If you take him away from that and try to make him a Space Marine, it's not guaranteed that they're going to survive the process of implantation of the gene seed and all that. So where you would have had somebody to really help the guardsman, now he's dead because you wanted to promote him to a Space Marine, and that's not how it works.
Right.
So yeah.
This next question comes from Colin in Texas. Why do people think a female Astartes would be physically attractive? They would be huge. I would imagine looking like trooper girls from Mandalorian with less feminine features.
Gina Carano, I think is her name.
She's in WWE, right? Or was?
She was in UFC.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah.
And then, so he says, aren't the Sisters of Battle missing only the gene seed? They have power armor, bolters, chain swords.
Yeah, you're pretty right.
Yep.
Sisters of Battle are the closest things you can get to female Space Marine.
And also based on the sculpts for the Sisters of Battle sculpts are ugly. The faces.
Yeah.
The old sisters are better. The metal ones, funny enough.
And some of the new sculpts are good if you keep the helmets on. Like I for one always prefer helmets over heads of like even for Space Marines because to me it just doesn't make sense why you'd want to take off your helmet when you're in like the battlefield.
What is it called? The rule of cool.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh look, this one's a named character. You can tell because he looks like that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but then again, like some people are into that.
Yeah, to have unhelmeted heads and whatnot.
Oh no, I was gonna say to look like the chick from The Mandalorian.
Oh, that yeah.
Yeah, to get tossed around, looking like you got like,
yeah,
gene seed going through your body. I don't know though. I do think that it would be cool to have them kind of like the Eldar, because the Eldar are supposed to be very like light and very eloquent.
Mm-hmm.
Elegant. And when they fight, they're strong.
Yeah, I think depending on how strong it is, the Eldar can be faster than the human eye can perceive.
Yep. So it's one of those situations where it's like, Just because you look pretty doesn't mean you're going to suck at fighting. Yeah.
Right. I mean, look at the orcs. They're ugly, and they're really good at fighting.
Exactly.
Well, not all orcs are ugly. I mean, look at Gaskell.
Yeah,
He's
the metal tin.
more machine than orc.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so funny how, like, his sculpt is literally just all black and machine, and you have, like, his little green head.
Yeah. I actually liked it, though.
Yeah, me too. It won Best Model of 2020.
Yeah, it was nice. It was cool. I still need to get one. Soon.
They're hard to find, man. Even, like, on eBay. Willem Caruso. Is Gilliman even looking for his brothers, like, at all?
I think he's overwhelmed with trying to, like, figure out what to do with this whole Citrus Maledictum.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Necrons are throwing a fit, and then the Tyranids aren't...
Letting up.
Yeah, so I think he's going to handle that before he handles something else.
Yeah, his main plate is too full, and he can't really go for, like, dessert until he finishes his plate.
Yes. His plate is a delicious plate of spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what sounds good? Portillo's. Just for later.
For later.
Next question comes from Logan Hunt. Why would the Big E not have a repository of STCs? So for all those that don't know,
Yeah. What is an STC?
it is a standard template construct. It's basically what the colonists or the human explorers were given, and they would go explore to other planets, and that STC would basically just tell them how to build everything they needed to survive with the materials on that planet.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it like Google.
Yeah.
So it was just a really advanced Google. And the reason that the Emperor didn't have it is because the Emperor doesn't need it, for one. He's like...
He is an STC.
Yeah, he is himself. And then secondly, that is human creation, and that is something that, like, humanity has to deal with,
Mm-hmm.
not the Emperor. So it's one of those... it's like a toy that a child has. Like, why? Like, I don't know how to explain it.
It's like,
Trying to think.
why would the Emperor play with a Rubik's Cube? Because, like, that's supposed to provide, I guess, fun, but also supposed to test your knowledge. So, like, just to solve it, when he would solve it like that.
Yeah. And there's different types. It's not just like one STC template or full STC template and that's it. Because during the Unification Wars, he went out and searched for those STCs that he knew existed or had seen in his life growing up. And then when he found them, that's how he created, like, the Space Marines, the Thunder Warriors, the War Machines, the Epic War Machines.
Yeah, because you'd have STCs for Titans, STCs for anything really. Terraforming devices, STCs for how to create a freaking phase blade or a fork.
A fork, yeah. A toaster.
Yeah. Think of them as like a block of knowledge.
Yes. But it's a small block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next question.
William Caruso, once again. Why is it that the Custodians hate the Space Marines so much? And do they hate the Primarchs too? Love the videos.
I don't think they hate them.
They just hate them. The reason why, at least they hate the Space Marines, is because they think the Space Marines are too self-serving. They were created as tools for the Emperor to unite mankind by defeating the enemies, and that was the only reason that they should exist. But now they're like governing themselves, creating Ultramar. They're doing things outside of what they were created for. And to them, that is heresy because they're going against the Emperor's original wishes for them. So that's why they hate them. That's why they're so easy to annihilate them whenever even just the smallest hint of heresy arises. That's why the whole civil war against the Brazen Drake Primaris Marine chapter happened. And yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Good question.
Next question comes from Simon to C. This will be the last one. Can Imperial Guard soldiers get married? Do they serve together or not? Also, can Sisters of Battle also get married? Sisters of Battle cannot get married. That they take an oath of something.
Celibacy.
Yeah.
Well, not just celibacy, but matrimony.
I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's in the book, or it's in the lore. And then Imperial Guardsmen, yeah, they can get married. I don't know if they would serve together. It really depends on their the Adeptus Administratum in their area. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure even like right now in the U.S. military, you can't serve on the same, like, in the same area, can you?
Usually you get deployed somewhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can both serve, but they not together. Because you guys would just be fucking.
And that's the reason why Space Marines don't have balls.
Exactly. They just be fucking.
Right.
But now they fuck each other.
And that's, well, Slaneshi ones. They just be doing it everywhere, all the time. But yeah, I think also if you go overseas, you could take your wife and stuff and have them like be on base while you're like deployed, actually serving.
Yeah, but they're not serving. So I don't think... So, yeah, I guess... Well, do you think the Adeptus Administratum would do that for an Imperial Guard?
I don't think so. I don't think they would want to waste the resources and the manpower and transportation and all that to do that for every family.
Yeah, that would be kind of tough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. Thank you guys so much for sending those questions our way. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
This has been the Sound Alchemist.
Gersh1.
And we are out.